quite a few years. And I do want to say that this is not a Cracker Jack Smicha that you get from the back of a cereal box. This is a very serious Smicha, as you've heard all about it. And the one who gives the tests, Rabbi Vosner, is extremely exacting in his tests. He knows exactly the strengths of every student, and he probes down to the depth of what he feels you should know. If he feels you should know more, he keeps on asking and asking and asking till he's sure that you know as much as you can. And I know especially the last test that Moises took, which encompassed all of his 4 years of learning, was a tremendous accomplishment to review all of that and be ready for the test. And he did a tremendous job. The laws of Shabbos, cooking and keeping hot, the Shabbos kitchen, selecting, tying, and muktzah, the laws of the sick on Shabbos, and the laws of Gentiles working on Shabbos, the laws of blessings, proper blessings before and after, and on things other than foods as well, the laws of prayer, how to pray properly in the right environment, and so on, the laws of yichud, men and women, seclusion, and so on. And of course, as was mentioned recently, Basar B'Chalav, the laws of the kosher kitchen. So really, so much knowledge was gained. And the purpose of the knowledge is, of course, to act upon it, which Moshe is, of course, and of course, teach it and share it with others, which Moshe has been doing, and I'm sure will continue to do. So before I actually read the Smicha and give it to you, I do want to point out that this Smicha does have limitations, because it encompasses the topics that I mentioned. And there is so much more to learn. So you really have to keep on learning to be able to know the rest of Torah and be able to do it properly and teach it properly to others as well. So everything that you know, Baruch Hashem, you know, and if you have a question on what you've learned, of course you can answer it. If it's something that needs an in-depth discussion, you have to look at the sources. So that's something you have to be able to do, to open the Shulchan Aruch, open the Gemara. Until you're able to do that, you have my number, Rabbi Vosner's number, and so on. But the knowledge itself that you have is tremendous and will be very helpful to you and to your entire community. I traveled, by the way, to Muncie this past weekend personally to give this to Rabbi Vosner and to sign it. And he gave a message over, which I wrote down on my phone, but for some reason it didn't save it, so I'll have to remember it. And the message was, first of all, Mazel Tov, and second of all, that you should have Hatzlacha Rabbi, you should have much success. You should continue to review your studies and retain them. And you should be an example for others. Mimenu yiru v'chein yasu rabim. From you should see, and many should follow. So that was Rabbi Vosner's words. And here is the text of the Smicha that he approved and signed. Be'ez Hashem Yisborach, Beis Tammuz Hei Tavshin Ayin Vav. That was this past Friday. Avrech Hanayla Moshe Gorin Sheyifya, the young man who is uplifted, Moshe Gorin should be well. Lamad Rishak and Har Rishon B'Liban Halachas Hatzirchas L'Chayla Yom Yom. He learned assiduously for many years in the laws that are necessary for daily life. Hilchas Basar B'Chalav, the laws of meat and milk. Hilchas Shabbos, the laws of Shabbos. Hilchas Tefillah, the laws of prayer. Hilchas Birchas Hamenen, the laws of brachas. The Hilchas Yichud, and the laws of Yichud, as we mentioned, seclusion. The Torah Lakel, with Hashem's help, Shalom V'Limudav, he completed his studies. Maila Maila, in an excellent way. V'Asachani was successful. With this we give him the Smicha of the sages. He shall certainly teach according to the law of the Torah. But Tuchamanu, we are sure, Shabbat Hashem is Baruch, and with Hashem's help, Yamshech B'limudav Yatzliach, he will continue in his studies and will be successful. And nothing will come from his hands that is improper. Yasliach La'amater La'am Yisrael, he will be successful in teaching Torah to his nation, to Hashem's nation, the Jewish people. L'hagil Torah La'adira, to make the Torah great and beautiful. Rav Avoichem Rav the Kahila Kaddish to New York, Rav Tzvi Wozner. Rav Tzvi Wozner is the Rav of the Kehillah